And you know what really irritates me? Ignorant how-to videos on YouTube. Like I don't know how to tie my shoes. That's brilliant! Or like, what about plugging in an appliance? I don't know how to do that one either. It was that easy all this time! Or like other people out there that actually don't know how to close a fucking box. Are you kidding me? Really? Or for that matter, why don't I just, I don't know, maybe I need information on how to flip somebody off.
Step 1. Step 2.
No, I can do it too! Maybe I don't know how to blink. My eyes! They feel so fucking relieved! Maybe I don't know how to walk.
Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe.
Fucking genius! Maybe I need to fucking learn how to throw something on the floor, you know, because it's not fucking good up here. It's just, this is
God, why was he raging so much?
Leave it down!
What the fuck, guy?
Welcome to I Collect, the show where I show you what I've collected. And today I have too many items. Why? Here's why. The Nintendo came out with 3 major designs. These were, of course, the original NES, the NES Max, and the NES Advantage. Now, for one reason or another, let's say that you're starting your retro collection, and you've never really done this before. You got your Nintendo. For some reason, you can only buy 1 or 2 controllers, and you don't want to waste your money here, but you want to get the best controller for the system. So, to quote somebody, and I usually try to stay away from this, but to quote somebody who I watch a lot is James Rolfe, what's the most important concept of a video game? Well, being able to play it. And if your controller is shit, it doesn't matter how good the game is, you can't play it. So, if I have 3 different controllers, I need 3 different opinions. That way, it seems a little more balanced. And to do this, I'm gonna have to friend up again. So, hi.
Hey.
There.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Is this what you brought me here for?
That's the NES Max, son.
Okay, well, we'll just do this thing then.
Alright, well, there's only 2 of us. And I still have this monstrosity of a controller, this giant thing. So I'm gonna friend up again. Bam, new friend.
Where the fuck am I?
You're right here with this controller.
Oh god, not this thing!
This
thing is ass!
No.
Yeah.
No.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel. Okay, so designed for the NES Max controller. My first experience using this was to play the first Turtles game. So already I got stuck with a bad game, and Bill said, try this. I was like, okay, well it feels...
I asked you which controller you wanted.
I said surprise me. I did not think you were going to throw this thing at me.
It's a good thing you didn't throw this thing at you.
Well, I probably wouldn't be here. Okay, so this feels cheap. I'm sorry. Compared to this controller, I feel like I'm holding something that's actually worth a damn. This thing feels like it's going to break. Okay? It's got 2 extra buttons. Turbo. It's got what might passably be called a joystick. It doesn't bounce back to position. It sounds like a baby rattle. The D-pad is this circle around the outside of this, sorry excuse for a joystick. And these turbo buttons I didn't try to use because, look, as far as this thing goes, I'm going to have to give it like a double negative. I hate this controller.
The worst part about this controller, though, is the joystick. This thing is garbage.
I would rather have joystick than.
All right. I can't say it's true garbage because that is true garbage. This is annoying as shit when you're trying to play certain games. Damn, son.
Small. You have to wrap your fingers around it to hold it right. So this was like the bad predecessor to the GameCube controller because the GameCube controller actually functions correctly. So negative. I'm done.
How about you tell us how much that shitty controller will cost people?
Okay, so the NES Max, if you want to buy this thing, the average price we found was about $10. I wouldn't pay used toilet paper for this controller. So that's
but it's easier to whip at someone and it might shatter in their face.
I don't care. This controller is not getting anything close to a positive for me on anything. $10 is $20 too much for
I don't
this
know
controller.
if you had a chance to hold this, but would you pay $10 for this?
I feel like I got it out of a McDonald's Happy Meal.
I feel like I'm playing one of those old school Tiger Electronic games.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
But without the fun. This is a $10 controller, and I wouldn't pay $20 for it. So I'm going to give a double negative to this on cost too.
Bam! Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Okay, check this out. It's time to add to it. Okay? This is going to be pretty sweet. Welcome to Days Off 6. Okay, I realize that if you've already started the video, you know we started in Days Off 5. It wasn't going to be long enough, so I'm going to add to it. And I figured this would be a good excuse to add to it and do Days Off 5 and 6 at the same time. Now, why Days Off 6 today? Even though it's not technically a day off, the Superman movie. Man of Steel comes out, and I'm going to see it, and I'm super excited. And the Superman thing, to me, has been in my life for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. I used to have Superman PJs, like sleepers, right? And they had the cape on them. And so that was pretty sweet. And I have every movie, every animated movie. I even have the old 1940s cartoons. And I have the first black and white movie that was ever done, with the mole men come out of the ground and stuff like that. He's been very, 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 very big to me. I can remember the Superman PJs. I can remember years back I got in trouble because I had a white sheet on my bed and I took it off and I did with a marker as much red as I possibly could and then blue on the other side, and I'd put it on and I would be Superman or Batman depending on how I would flip it around. And I remember I got in big trouble for that. My dad used to record the cartoons for me, so like I've been watching it since I was a very little kid. Of course, I got to grow up with the 1970s films from Christopher Reeves, and just about the only Superman I haven't watched is Lois and Clark, and nothing against that show. It's just that when it was on, I flipped by it and it kind of looked like a love story type of thing, and at the time I was more interested in seeing, you know, Superman. He punches people, but that's not what I was getting out of that show, or from what I could see. Now, I might go back and check it out sometime, but as for right now, I'm not too worried about it, just regardless. It's the only one I haven't seen. The only one I haven't seen. I think I've seen every cartoon, every show, every series, everything. Even the terrible Superboy show. And yes, that show was terrible. And I sat through it nonetheless because it was Superman. And I'm always like, well, give it some time. Give it some time, but man, I don't even know where to go with this. This is big. I'm gonna of course see the movie, and then I'm gonna of course turn the camera back on, and then I'll talk to you about what I thought of the movie, because this is a huge event. Like, I was excited back when Superman Returns came out, and it let me down. It let me down bad. And this time I'm hoping they can make up for that. I'm hoping they can show me something real. I'm all prepared. I got Superman on. I got Superman on the brain. I'm like reliving memories here. I'm stoked. I'm excited. Like, okay, I told you about the cape with the fly, and I told you about how I watched all the series and Dad recorded and whatnot. Superman is one of the two main reasons I learned how to read. Actually, years ago I had like a Garfield book, right? And it had one of those cassettes, and you would put it in, you'd listen to it, you learn how to read. And I'd memorized the tape, but not actually learned how to read. And I did the same thing with a Ninja Turtles book. And it wasn't till a little later on, I was probably 5, maybe 6. We're talking 1990, 1991. And I wasn't catching on the way I should. And my mom bought me 5 books. 2 of them were Batman books. The other 3 were Superman. And I got to reading Superman, and I liked Batman. I thought he was cool. He had the giant long cape, because we're still talking the 1980s with you know, it wasn't 1980s, but regardless, he still had the yellow emblem and the blue, and he looked, you know, he was that one. So I was still kind of interested in him, but not like Superman's what caught my attention. And I'd already been watching the show and whatnot. Here was the comic books, and I got to reading the comic books, and they were exciting and they were interesting. I was loving them, and my mom would make me read the whole book. Then she would make me read it to her, and if I could read the whole book, she would go buy me another set the next time she came around. Well, around this time, we were getting awful close to the Doomsday fight. So one of my first comic book experiences was the Countdown, where at first it was like 10, and there were the 10 columns on the pages, right? If you guys don't know this, there's a little bit of history for you too. And then 9, and there was 9 columns on each page. Then 8 columns on each page. Then 7 columns on each page. When we got to the final book, it was just one full page art of Throwdown. Like, each page was just a full page that was full artwork of him slugging it out with this monster. And he lost. He died. And I remember that was crazy for me, because I can remember years back I used to watch like okay, I had a friend across the road type of thing, you know, the kind of guy where he never would have been your friend, but he just happened to live next to you, and that was what you had, so that's what you went with. Well, I had one of those type of friends, and he always watched like G.I. Joe. And the thing that killed me about it was, in G.I. Joe, they could literally fire across the street at each other with automatic weapons, and not the bad guys nor the good guys would ever get tagged. Ever. Just and nothing. Nobody ever got hit. But see, in G.I. Joe, they can fight a war, and neither side can lose a single person, but Superman can die. That put me in comic books forever, and it made me really lack respect for American cartoons in general, and for that matter, Japanese cartoons for a long time, because I was just like, it's a cartoon. Who cares? It's a cartoon. And even in Japanese cartoons, I've gotten to the point where I'm noticing that they keep killing people and bringing them back, and kill them, bring them back, 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 kill them, bring them back. Stay dead. You're dead. You died. You're dead.